while the ad is taken towards the south and focused down as quickly as possible. The main tank will have to deal with another haste buff and a Spellblade Blizzard 3 during this time. Dodge it as necessary. Next up, Mindjack will place a specific directional debuff on each player in the group that lasts 13 seconds. Once the duration of the debuff ends, each player will be forced to march in the direction
that spawns gets one heal off on the boss, you're guaranteed to never meet the enrage timer.
By their Mindjack debuff.
It does what?
While this timer is counting down, the boss will jump
ad
back to the center and begin to cast another Queen's Waltz and
one
spell.
that's
You just have to get them
fire
on
3
opposite
combo.
ends. It's
This
not
will
bad.
coincide with
You
the
have
end
to do
of
it
each
very
player's
quick,
debuff timer.
and
So
that
all
looks very
players will
difficult
need
to do without a
position
ninja.
themselves in such a way as to be
Why?
forced by Mindjack into the
Because you
direction of their
can't
assigned
wait
corners
until
to
it's
break
there
their
to
thorns
DPS
and
it.
dodge the fire 3
It has
as
to die very
necessary. An
fast.
easy
But what
and
does a
visual
ninja
way
have to do
to
with
ensure
anything?
Ninja
proper
has
positioning.
sort of something like
But-
Shirk.
It has a better shirk. It has 80% of the ninja's threat transfers to their target.
Yeah, but you have to kill it quicker just so it doesn't get the heal off more than, like, I mean, you can at least get it
You
away,
have to kill it fast.
but fast enough to get back for
So-
the Mindjack.
You have to kill it as fast as
Is
you
to
possibly
point
can for
the
the
arrow
mind
of your
jack
debuff
and just
marker
for the
in
enrage
direction
timer
of
in
your safe
general.
corner. Healers will need to heal through another dimensional wave, and then the next panel swap occurs. This
Okay.
panel swap will bring up the
And if it
familiar
gets one
blue
heal
and black
off on the
tiles.
boss,
Place token will
it's,
spawn a great dragon that should be picked
you
up
can
by the
practice
off-tank
still,
and
but
destroyed as
if you're
soon
going
as
for a
possible.
kill, you
Make
won't
sure
Big
to keep
ol'
it facing away from
wiperonies.
the raid to avoid cleaving
Yeah,
everyone
you
with
won't be able
frost
to beat
breath.
the enrage
In this
timer
panel
anymore.
phase, the Queen's Waltz will do raid-wide damage and cause the black
Oh, wait.
tiles to explode, dealing high damage and debuffing anyone
Your
in them.
lunchbox
To
can't
avoid
join.
this, all players will need to position themselves on top of the blue tiles. Immediately after, she'll turn
I'm not sure that makes sense.
A bento
It
box.
does.
I don't think so.
There's the other best song. I found it.
Oh, good.
Like this whole time, he's been looking at that thing. Guess I should probably log on.
We are all actually here, I believe, already.
Where's that Portia person?
Well, you guys can join the damn
She's
party
in the
whenever.
I know.
She's in the kitchen, not the chicken.
Yes, she's
Then
in the
the
chicken.
Chicken.
Dorsha is
God.
fishing in the dick in the chicken.
Popcorn chicken.
Uh,
I don't think it works that way, Annabelle.
hope not.
I mean, you can fish with a chicken. I don't know
You
if
can
you
do
get
what?
anything. You can fish with a chicken.
Yeah, we'll all pretend that's what you actually said. You're right.
I need
Yeah.
evidence. I need
We
the
have
video
evidence.
for
You
this.
can look at which Twitch stream is up, so feel free.
Oh, maybe I should get mine up.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nah, this is getting
Oh,
gross.
yeah, you really shouldn't do that, Clux.
I can't stop, according to Annabelle. Or if I was Annabelle, that would be the answer, I guess. Port Kakuni
You
is
said-
very expensive.
You said I should probably put vitality material on my accessories.
Yep.
Yes, you should.
turn to a random player and cast Ribbit. This is a huge frontal cone, and players will need to quickly move behind her to avoid it. Getting frogged here is fairly detrimental, as it lasts much longer on Savage mode. Healers will need to handle another dimensional wave and another critical hit on the main tank. Tanks, don't forget to use your cooldowns. Next up, Place Dark Token will spawn a number of Soul Reaper ads around the outer edge of the platform and one in the center, right on top of the boss. The ads on the outer edge will cast Gusting Gouge and rush across the platform in a straight line, rendering any tiles they're facing unsafe, while the ad in the middle will cast a large point-blank circle AoE. At the same time, the
So you
boss
can
will
turn in
cast
the
Queen's
provisioning
Waltz.
stuff
The timing
without
of
being
all
on
of
that
these
class,
mechanics
right?
At once allows
Yeah.
for only one
Okay.
blue tile being a safe zone. Players will need to quickly determine which of the 4 blue tiles aren't being rushed by any of the Soul Reapers, and move into that safe zone before the cast goes off. Getting hit by any of the outer ads will knock back, do high damage, and place a vulnerability up and damage down debuff on you. Immediately after, the boss will cast Haste and another of the 3 Spellblade AoE attacks. Dodge this as appropriate. Another dimensional wave to heal through, and the panels will swap once more. In this library phase, you'll notice 4 glowing book tiles in the north and the south, and 8 empty tiles in the middle. Standing in a glowing book tile will consume the glowing book and give the player a specific vulnerability down buff. This will be used for a mechanic later on, and players should be careful to avoid consuming these books until that time. In this panel phase, the Queen's Vault will call down folio books on any tile occupied by a player. These books are exactly the size of a tile and deal a high
Andre
amount of
isn't in the
damage.
party.
Should players overlap
Of course.
It's because he has to join it himself.
I'm trying to make some room in my inventory here. Give me a minute. I don't want to like lose an item because my inventory is full.
their books, they will die. To handle this, all players will need to stand in their very own tile during the Queen's Waltz. To facilitate this, we assign one of the 8 tiles to each player and spread out appropriately in anticipation of this attack. Healers will also need to heal through the folio damage as quickly as possible. Next up, another Oink cast. Players will need to immediately stack together to avoid getting pigged. The next place token will spawn a weird looking panda. The off tank will need to pick this up immediately while everyone else destroys him as fast as possible. This ad can deal a fair amount of
Just waiting on Andres.
Yeah, I know. Give me a minute, Jesus.
We
Just
have
waiting.
we have another like 6 minutes before it starts anyway, so it's fine. Plus I can just do this.
So,
Alright, I'm ready.
I became a maelstrom and immediately won like
Became a
couple
male stripper?
PvP matches. I feel like Adders was really good for a while, and then all the bots joined it, and now everybody's like hitting maelstrom instead.
No, it's probably just because they're terrible.
No, I'm almost
tunnel
positive.
snakes? The tunnel skates are usually good.
Tunnel skates. What is
Yeah,
a
Yeah,
tunnel
they used
skate?
to be really good.
Tunnel skates, yeah! Let's do it.
Tunnel skating is a good way of breaking your neck.
It's probably true.
It's not as easy as you think it is. I used to try.
And now your neck is broken.
Yep.
Most I ever did was half pipe, but I didn't have access to any of that stuff growing up.
Well, I was trying it in sewers, so
Yeah, sewers in Puerto Rico are not like that. So we basically made ramps with plywood and cinder blocks. That's our skateboard ramp.
Sounds terrible.
I
There's
mean,
no other option.
it's almost what ramps are made out of, anyways.
They didn't make us. They didn't make skate parks until I left, like a few years later. And now there's a pretty good skate park wrecks my fucking house down there.
Oh, also Portia.
Yes.
Now you can wear those because you're part of an actual good free company.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah. I'm into a
Yeah,
transfer
Genshi was wearing those forever.
No, that was the old one.
Now you can be a
This
pirate.
is the new one. The
Really?
old one I was using, yeah, was the plate hunting log one.
Will be the true admirals now.
So that one's new. They added it last expansion.
I
at
like
some
Donald
point.
better when you have PTSD.
That's the one I was wearing before.
Okay, who are we doing? Louis' voices are deeper here. I can't believe that Millennium Falcon set you say is going to cost $600.
Probably more.
That's insane. Yeah, I think people were on the thread were saying it's going to be like $800.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's 7,500 pieces.
Yeah.
So is that the thing you said you might buy?
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
a lot of plastic robots that can buy.
it's
That
a
is a lot
collector.
to sit in your closet.
Edition. What is it? What does USC stand for again? Something
Ultimate Collector's Series.
Yep. So the pieces are like more high quality.
No. I mean, the pieces have been the same high quality they've been since its inception. But
So what makes it different?
it makes them that they are really well detailed sets themselves. They're made for like adults that want to build things, basically.
Sure. Cool. I want that the guy that's making those crazy Star Destroyers needs to make a super Star Destroyer, like the size of his fucking living room.
Probably will.
Like it's the logical next step. I think he actually has instructions to make those, but it would cost like 2 months worth of paychecks
Some of them are, yeah, pretty ridiculous.
to get all the pieces.
I was thinking of making, let me show you.
Still waiting for you to make Tony Stark's house with all the Iron Man suits.
Yeah, but that's customized, and that means I would have to, you know, buy a bunch of parts,
Build
probably.
stuff.
Yep, do stuff. Can't
You
do
can plan it, draw it out, and then use that other program to figure out the pieces. I'll just be content with my Ray Speeder and Snow Speeder.
Yep.
Shit's too expensive, fortunately.
I was thinking about getting the new Snow Speeder, but I don't like it that much. I don't know.
I don't have the new one. I have the other.
Oh, I
one.
know you don't. I'm talking about the USC one. Or UCS one.
Oh.
Whatever it says. UCS, yeah.
I don't know if Ash has the current Disney castle that you can buy right now or an older one, but they're
Yeah, she
usually
does.
really cool.
It's the one I got last year.
What are we waiting on?
Yeah, I was thinking of
I don't know.
waiting on Bento.
We're waiting on absolutely nothing. For the
Busy.
past like 10 minutes.
I gotta watch this glorified commercial for a washing machine.
And Wool and Bento are the two slow ones, huh?
It's time.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Annabelle, the slowest.
Yeah.
Been here.
Hi.
I'm just figuring out how I'm gonna draw this Allosaurus.
Okay.
So I've been looking at pictures, but I can't